so on to the next track / performance in Sonia's Young Soul Saturdays, man. This one over here is Kim Feel. We've reacted to Kim Feel a few times in the past. Very, very good. He's very, very good. This one's called Life. We've obviously never reacted to this. For those of you who are only joining us now, I suggest you go back. This has already been going on for 3 weeks, and the selection and the variety of music has been fantastic. You can actually go to the playlist on my YouTube. If you do like the variety of music over here, you can go to the playlist called Sonia's Young Soul Saturdays, and you can go start from the beginning if you've got a lot of time and you would like to do that. You most certainly can. Kim Feel, Life. Let's see what we got.
너무 많은 걱정도 분해 넘친 행복도 필요 없어 그저 나 I want to live my life on my own.
But you can't live your life just for your own, because you are in a connected world that you need other people. The whole like a man can be an island thing is just a complete, I don't know, it's a coping mechanism, I guess, but it's not. You're here because you need other people, right? That idea that you can just disconnect yourself off from other people, just no, it's not right. It's not real. You'll end up being more depressed, right? That's why there is loneliness. We are beings that are meant to be communicating with each other. We are meant to have a connection. We need companionship, or else we do not work. Come on.
I want to live my life on my own.
Ooh. Ooh, I like that.
맞는 게 되고 죽어라 노력한 건 아무 관심 없고 아닌 척 괜찮은 척 애를 써봐도 이 버릇처럼 사실 괜찮지가 않아 나를 속여가며 애써왔던 날들 그 시간은 널 위해 고통스러운 걸까.
Okay, so obviously you can see he's in a very, very dark space over here, because this is literally what people tell themselves when they're in a very dark space. Like, what's this pain for? Pain's very important. The only reason you understand joy is through pain, right? But this over here, obviously I've been deceiving myself. In reality, it's not okay. I've been pretending. Even if I pretend it's okay, no, it's not. It's not okay for you, right? You can pretend, but you can't. Like, you can fool everybody else, but you can't fool yourself, unfortunately. I don't care about trying so hard. You should care about trying so hard, right? And then I am becoming what I'm not. Again, so obviously it's just, he's introspecting on his life, not where he wants to be, and feels like the weight of the world is on his shoulders, and it feels like nobody understands it and no one's in his corner. He doesn't want anybody in his corner. He'll just do it alone, even if he has to pretend and whatever. And that is a very dark road to a very miserable life, essentially. But what you can find solace in the fact is that we go through these kind of things, and eventually we tend to realize, okay, let me get out of this. Let me snap out of this shit, right? But if you stay there, it absolutely wrecks you. It wrecks you because you almost like create a victim for yourself. Like, you are now the victim, all right? And the world and the environment and absolutely everything is hopelessness. And if you've lost that, that is very, very devastating, because you should never, ever, ever lose hope. Hope is what keeps human being alive. Hope is what, today was shit, tomorrow the sun rises. That's hope, all right? And 9 times out of 10, the sun will rise. Do you know what I mean? 10 out of 10, the sun will rise. But I'm saying in terms of like, when I say using it as the metaphor, the sun will rise as things will get better, but you gotta stay hopeful. If you're not hopeful, then it just means that there's just nothing, you're not willing to try. You're not willing to try to mentally build that sort of kind of disposition. And that's not good.
맞는 게 되고 죽어라 노력한 건 아무 관심 없고 아닌 척 괜찮은 척 애를 써봐도 이 버릇처럼 사실 괜찮지가 않아 나를 속여가며 애써왔던 날들
I like his voice. I like the song.
시간은 뭘 위해 고통스러운 걸까 과정은 상관없지 결과론적인 월 생각할 때면 뭐
He says over here the results don't matter. It's a result. The process doesn't matter. It's a results orientated world. It is, because you do need to also achieve your goals. It's not to say that you can't enjoy the process. It's not to say that you can't focus on the process and the beauty of that, right? But what's the final destination? What do you strive to be? Who do you want to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now? You're consistently wanting to improve yourself. There needs to be some level of image. There needs to be some level of measurement that you can sort of measure yourself up against that. And that can only be derived from setting certain goals and results for yourself. That's where discipline comes from. That's where motivation comes from. I am here. I want to be there. That's results. That's where you want to be, which means you have to be driven by results at some point. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't enjoy the process. I think I agree with what he's saying. A lot of people don't appreciate or enjoy the process. But would you enjoy the process to destroying yourself? No one enjoys the process to destroying themselves. Do you know what I mean? Because it feels like cheap happinesses to a certain degree if you are in the motion of destroying yourself, but you always feel vacuous, you always feel empty. Essentially, that's not a process you want to be enthralled with. Essentially, so yes, results are very, very important. Enjoy the process, knowing that it's a good path, right? But you have to set a goal. You have to set something in the distance that you want to attain in order to measure your life against. You know what I mean? And then when you eventually get there, to beat that by setting the next goal. And then you can enjoy the process to the next goal. That's fine, right? But you can't abandon the one for the other, because there would be no process without an end goal. Come on.
생각할 때면 뭐 더 역겹지만 너무 많은 걱정도 분해 넘치는 행복도 필요 없어 그저 나를
He's in his head.
feel my life on my own.
Do you know what I like about the song? What I really like about the song is, even though it's sort of dark and somber to a certain degree, it's him being in his head. And we've all been in our head. We're all fallen souls. We all make mistakes. It always feels like the world is going to end and it's failure, and we're never going to get out of it and things like that. And we have those kind of days. But what I like about the song is he's kept the actual melody upbeat. Do you know what I mean? It's just a day in the life of an ordinary man, and this day just happens to make me feel this way. Doesn't mean he's going to be stuck in this, but this day just happens to be the one that I just feel like fuck it. Do you know what I mean? And we all have those days, Absolutely all of us have those days where it's like you don't care too much for the motivation, you don't care too much for the discipline, you don't care too much for anything. You just care for the fact that, you know what, fuck the whole world, I'm on my own, fuck that. Do you know what I mean? You just don't want too many of those days, right? For your own good. Anyway, carry on.
Living as a person 이름도 성별도 선택권은 없어
You weren't given the choice? You weren't given the choice, sure. So you weren't given the choice to be that person. I'm never too... I don't like that particular thing, specifically, you know, when kids tell their parents, well, I didn't choose to be fucking born. It's like, oh, well, that's your gratitude for life, right? That's your the actual miracle that it is that you have a beating heart inside of your chest, inside of this world, right? And the ungratefulness of that, I've never been too, what can I say? I'm not too impressed with that kind of logic, essentially, because I think you should be grateful for the life you have, right? Because we can always look outwards and realize that we got better lives than other people in the world, right? And other people in the world who don't have as good a life as you do are grateful for theirs, essentially. So then it almost comes out as sounding as like a bit of a brattish type feel. So, no name, no gender. I would argue that yes, there is gender. I mean, you could say sex, let's say, right? But I'd say yes, no name. You come into the world with no name, but you do definitely come into the world with a gender, and that is either you're a boy or you're a girl. That is indisputable facts. Let's go. No options, bro. Why are you so down? Why are you so down? No name, no gender, no options, nothing, eh? You got fucking nothing, bro. No options, zero. You got none. Literally, you got the whole life ahead of you with nothing but fucking options, right? That's a very dark way of looking at stuff. Do you know what I mean? Come on, man. And I mean, maybe he's talking about as a baby, like, what options do you have? You're just this little fucking potato that poos and cries, right? At that point. But with loving parents and things like that, well, you got here. In order for you to get to the point where you made this song, my God, how many options opened up your way that you took to be the artist that you are. Okay, bro, you're in a bad space. We'll catch you in a better space on the next song. 흘러갔다 보니 여기까지 왔고 하고 싶은 말은 삼켜내는 life 살아남기 위해 적응한 척했지 시간이 지나면 혹시라도 말 Yes. I like that he said that. Maybe I'll understand when time passes. Yes, you will understand when time passes. It says not all do, you'll be okay. Let's go. 이해하려 했어 당신들의 결정 허락할 수 없어 It makes me want to die No 많은 걱정도 Yeah, listen, too many worries, overflowing happinesses, don't need them, I just want to be me, blah, 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 blah. We get it, okay? We get it. It's a beautiful song. I'm not trying to sort of denigrate the way he's feeling or anything like that, right? But when you are literally born into this world, you are born into chaos, right? Everything about this world is orderly. Every single thing in this earth is order. You come into a world, and when you are born, you come into chaos. You come into suffering. And as you grow up, right? As you go up and you go through all of your trials and tribulations, you make sense of your life and you place your life into a state of order as you get older, through your learning, through your suffering, through your trauma. And if you refuse to get your life into a space of order, order will find you, and it will ensure that you get back into order, because everything has got an equilibrium on this earth. Everything's got an equilibrium in the universe, right? There is order everywhere you look. There is order, and you should always follow suit, and you will follow suit, right? Whether you like it or you don't like it, you can bend the fabric of reality today and think you're getting away with it, but it's going to snap back later, and it's going to come with a lot of pain. Why? Because the universe and the world is going to bring you back into order. You can't rub up against the grain, right, of the natural order and think that you're going to get away with it. Not with your emotions, not with your actions, not with anything. So you come into this world of chaos, and as you grow up, you start placing your life in a state of order. Slowly, you learn, you go through the pain, and slowly, you start to understand the way the world works, and certain segments of your life start coming into order, right? Based on your morality, based on your ethics, based on your values, based on your environment, based on whatever it is, right? You can be dealt a bad hand. Everyone's dealt a fucking bad hand. Everyone's got a story to tell. You're not the only one with a difficult upbringing, a difficult life. You're not the only one. And there are people that are far worse, right? And it's just, everyone's got their own purpose, everyone's got their own road, everyone's here to learn something. But every single thing is the construction of who you are through trying to get incremental bits of order, right? So that you can feel calm. When your life is in order, that's where the calm comes in. Right? When you're delusional and you go up against the grain, the natural, realistic, the truth, when you go up against that, your life's in chaos, right? And it feels like order's not there. But order will eventually snap you back into line if you refuse to follow the natural order. But anyway, that's going very philosophical. But anyway, carry on.
Want to live my life on my own.
I love the beat on this though. I actually really liked that song. I really did like that song. Just quite weird. I'm not too a fan of the philosophy, but I understand where it comes from, because I've had days where I felt like this, right? So it's very, very relatable. I'm going to just chalk this up that he's having a bad day, right? And when you're having a bad day and it feels like the world is collapsing, this is the kind of headspace that you're in. So that's where it's coming from. I think that's where this whole song was created from. It was just created from that space. He was just in a dark space at the time, and he needed to put that on paper. And these are raw emotions. These are raw emotions that are coming up in a very authentic way, because we can go to very dark places, right? But the one thing that remains is he kept the melody and the beat upbeat, right? The melody was a thing that showed you that there's hope. The melody is what told you. It was the sort of reading in between the lines. It told you that it's okay. He's being hopeful, right? He just feels in a certain way. I like that he didn't go for like a sadder type piano type sound, because that would have really felt heavy. But I like that he kept the beat upbeat, where it's like, I'm having this bad day, but we can whistle on, right? We can whistle on to the next day and I'll be okay. That's at least what I got from that. You let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!